The zeros of f of x are -4, 1, and 2. Write a possible equation for f of x in standard form. Since we know the zeros of f of x, we can start by writing the equation of f of x in factored form. So let's start with f of x equals parentheses x plus 4 times parentheses x minus 1 times parentheses x minus 2. So we see in the graph that the x-intercepts are -4, 1, and 2. So we know that this is an equation for f of x. However, this is not the only equation that will satisfy these conditions. The leading coefficient of f of x here is 1. If we change the leading coefficient to 2, we see that the x-intercepts are still in the same spot, -4, 1, and 2. The y-intercept changed, but not the x-intercepts. If I make this the leading coefficient 1/2, the x-intercepts didn't change, the y-intercept changed. If I make the 1/2 -1/2, the end behavior changed. The y-intercept changed, but not the x-intercept. So this tells us that there is no unique equation for f of x that will satisfy the condition of having zeros at -4, 1, and 2. All right, so let's pick leading coefficient of 1 so that our equation is a simple one. But we now have to convert this f of x into standard form. So let's hide the equation first. So in order to put this in standard form, we are going to multiply the factors. So let's start off with x plus 4 times x minus 1. So we're going to start with box, a 2x2 box. So on the length, let's put x plus 4. And width, let's put x minus 1. So now let's multiply x times x. We get x squared. X times 4 is 4x. -1 times x is -x. -1 times 4 is -4. So the answer should be x squared. 4x plus -x will give us positive 3x and then -4. So now we know that we have to multiply this answer by x minus 2. So we need to make a 3x2 box. And for the length, we'll put x squared plus 3x minus 4. And the width, we're going to put x minus 2. So now let's multiply. X times x squared is equal to x cubed. X times 3x is equal to 3x squared. X times -4 is -4x. -2 times x squared is -2x squared. -2 times 3x is 6x, should be negative. And -2 times -4 is positive 8. So therefore, f of x is equal to x cubed, 3x plus -2x, no, 3x squared plus -2x squared is positive x squared. -4x and -6x gives us -10x, and then plus 8. So let's see if this is the right standard form. So let's use y instead. Y is equal to x cubed plus x squared minus 10x plus 8. So we notice that our graph goes through x equals -4, x equals 1, and x equals 2. Now, is this the same exact graph for f of x? So let's find out. Right? There's f of x, and if we put, okay, let's change the color of this to red. Okay, so we see here that they're in the same exact position. So this is the standard form for f of x, and f of x goes through the zeros -4, 1, and 2.